The new year begins next week. What goals do you want to achieve? Whatever they are, just know you will have to make specific plans and stick to them. Today's show is all about helping you to have a prosperous 2017. If you are looking for scholarships to advance your education or to make some more money, you've tuned in to the right program, Jamaica Magazine. I'm Theodore Henry. Keep watching.
We want a productive Jamaica. We are not productive Jamaicans. Productivity to move forward on this land. Productivity, that's the way to go, we should understand. Productivity is the way to go for all us Jamaicans. Small business, big business, old and young, we are tell every woman and man. We want growth and prosperity for a better nation with a building plan. So we can build our product and sell our product and put more money in our hand. Our economy can rise to a level and build a better nation. Productivity to move forward on this land. Productivity, that's the way to go, we should understand. Productivity to move forward on this land. Productivity, that's the way to go, we should understand. Productivity.
Productivity, Pathway to Prosperity. A message brought to you by the Jamaica Productivity Center, a department of the Ministry of Labor and Social Security.
Good day. I'm Stephen McHugh, and this is your JIS News for Wednesday, December 28. The nation's leaders are calling for peace during the festive season. In his Christmas Day message, Prime Minister Andrew Holness shared his vision for a peaceful, prosperous Jamaica.
I have a vision of a Christmas with peaceful Jamaican communities where people look out for one another's interests and are actively engaged in spreading the Christmas spirit of peace. I have a vision of a Christmas in Jamaica where our economic prosperity will be equitably shared, providing a solid foundation for our children and inspiring hope in our youth that they can achieve all their dreams right here on this, our rock.
Leader of the opposition, Portia Simpson Miller, shared a similar sentiment.
I am saddened by the recent murders in our beloved country. The gruesome attacks on our women is of grave concern. It is my prayer that this Christmas will herald a period of reflection and that the lives of our nation's women and indeed all our people will be valued and protected. Let our children play and build their dreams free from fear and abuse.
Governor General Sir Patrick Allen, meanwhile, encouraged Jamaicans to be good neighbors and demonstrate concern for each other's welfare. He said, in building a peaceful and productive society, Jamaicans should be consistent in exercising care for one another. The Governor General also made a special appeal for the community to instill values in the nation's children.
Our future together will depend on how the nurturing of our children today impact the kind of society they shape for the rest of the population when they become the adults and in control of our nation. Let us as a people take time this Christmas to contemplate the significance of the season. Let us make it truly a time of peace and goodwill.
Local Government Minister Desmond McKenzie says several infirmaries across the island are to benefit from upgrades and improvements come 2017. He says the Spanish Town Infirmary in St. Catherine is to be renovated early in the year. New wards are to be built at the Manchester and Portland infirmaries at a cost of $135 million. The administrative offices at the Santa Cruz Infirmary in St. Elizabeth will also be improved. And Local Government Minister Desmond McKenzie says new features will be implemented for the infirmaries.
We're going to be changing the names of the infirmaries. We're going to be doing a lot more to lift the social basket of that organization.
Mr. McKenzie was addressing a recent staff function. He lauded the staff of the Ministry of Local Government and Community Development and all the agencies under the ministry's purview for their hard work during the year. The agencies include the Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management, the Social Development Commission, and the Jamaica Fire Brigade.
I am really proud of the members of the Ministry of Local Government. I'm proud to be a part. I'm proud to be the person at this point in time that is leading the charge in the ministry. trying to make a difference.
During the function, 4 retirees were recognized for their long and distinguished service to the ministry. And finally, the Ministry of Health is to submit a public-private partnership policy to Cabinet in the new year. Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton, who made the announcement recently, says this is part of measures to improve efficiency within the public health sector.
Which will see us looking at those functions within the public health system that rightfully should be done by someone else. Because not everything that we do, we are the best persons to do it.
The minister says he's also looking to start a pilot project with family doctors to monitor patients with chronic illnesses who normally visit the outpatient clinics at hospitals.
The truth is, we have some patients in the system that are monthly visitors to the clinics because they need to check the blood pressure, the diabetics, to make sure they're taking the medication.
And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Stephen McHugh. Thanks for watching.
A healthy and educated people living in a clean, natural environment, reducing crime, improving the justice system and governance, building a prosperous economy. It's not just a vision, it's reality. Learn about the plan. Join the vision.
My country, Jamaica, has a rich heritage and is very unique. If we all pull together, we can make it the place of choice to live, work, raise family, and to do business.
For more information on Vision 2030, call the Planning Institute of Jamaica or visit vision2030.gov.jm, your parish library, school library, or the Jamaica Information Service.
You may be looking to further your education next year. If you are concerned about the money, maybe you could get a government scholarship. Here's how.
Government, through its various ministries and agencies, awards a number of scholarships to students each year. You too could qualify and benefit from a scholarship or grant, but you must seek in order to find. At the primary level and moving on to high school, students who do GSAT each year and earn high scores can get scholarships from the Ministry of Education.
The scholarships are awarded to students from both public and private institutions. The government in itself, the Ministry of Education, offers a total of 32 scholarships, government scholarships, yearly to students who sit GSAT examination.
Of the 32, 4 are named after prominent Jamaicans, former government minister J.A.G. Smith, and 3 of the national heroes, Marcus Garvey, Paul Bogle, and George William Gordon. To qualify for these, students must meet some personalized criteria, generally related to the person in whose honor the scholarship is named.
For example, the Paul Bogle Scholarship, it is offered to a boy or a girl who must be attending Morant Bay High School. So if a child is selected to attend Morant Bay High School, then that child qualifies to be among those who will be selected. But the bottom line is that it would be based on performance.
So what of the next 28?
Basically, the 28 scholarships are awarded based on performance purely. And it is awarded to all school types. So private, which we refer to the prep schools, all-age schools, primary and junior high primary school students.
In addition to these, the Education Ministry also offers sponsored scholarships, extended through private sector institutions such as banks to top-performing students. High schoolers, you might have just completed 5th or 6th form and are ready to experience the college life. In case you didn't know, the Student Loan Bureau actually offers grants. Yes, under its specially designed Grant in Aid GIA program, students receive a specified non-repayable sum to assist with the funding of school-related expenses. It's not a full scholarship, but it can certainly help to make a difference. Check out the Bureau's website to see if you qualify or call them at 754-2559. Then there is JAMVAT. The Jamaica Values and Attitudes Program is another viable option from the Ministry of Education. Students volunteer for 200 hours and in turn earn a payoff of 30% of their tuition fees as well as an additional stipend. A great reason to volunteer indeed. For those of you already in university, the Ministry of Education's tertiary level unit is a great place to start your search. You can stop by their offices, make a call, or simply log on to their website, click on scholarships, and a long list of opportunities opens. These scholarships offer not just educational advancement, but to a greater extent, a cultural exchange and broadening of your global network. If you need help in your search for scholarships, another government agency, the National Center for Youth Development, which falls under the Ministry of Youth and Culture, also displays scholarship options for students on its website.
Finger-licking jerk chicken, Helcher fish and bami, we run down yam and banana, roast breadfruit, sweet potato pudding. Jamaica food sweet. So let's make a pledge to use more local produce and less foreign goods. Let's grow what we eat and eat what we grow.
One of the top New Year's resolutions is to make more money. It really doesn't take a miracle to do that, you know. Try this practical step. Save more and spend less. Here's how you can do that.
Yo, star, me have a party there now, and guess what?
We can buy that class outfit. But that EG for me when go and shot.
Red, hard one. Ah boy, them things are too important for me to take the money and go buy foolishness.
Jano star, what me offer?
Well, first of all, you need to pay yourself first. For the absolutely critical expenses like your utility bills, your rent, putting aside the money for your bus fare and your taxi fare and your lunch, those need to come out, because at the end of the day, if you don't have those, then you probably won't have a job.
Then you need to set aside money for a rainy day, you know, just in case something unexpected occurs.
If my living expenses is 30% of my income, then I need to have, you know, roughly that amount set aside. Roughly maybe 4 or 5 times that amount set aside in a rainy day fund or in an account that I'm not going to touch.
Pencil, paper and a calculator will do the trick. But if you want to be a little more techno-savvy than that, you can use Microsoft Excel or an online budget calculator.
By writing it down or by putting it down on paper, you will be able to see where it is that you can actually make some savings, because you will recognize that, oh, I've been spending 5% of my income on whatever it is, which is not a necessity.
You might argue that you take advantage of discounts in order to cut back on expenses, but that discount may not quite be the bargain you think.
It may be that that retailer or that person selling that item actually had a higher price than the average in the market, and what they have done is given a discount, and their discount has just come back in line with market, while if you had shopped around, you would have gotten it for a much cheaper price.
Also, the product may not be of a high quality, so look more closely at those so-called discounts.
It's not true that you need to have $10,000 to start. You can start with 100, 500. You just put it aside and you keep adding to it. Because if you think about it, if someone were to come to you every day and beg you for $1 for 20 years, how much money would that be?
Another suggestion, ignore things that aren't important or absolutely necessary.
Okay, I go out and I see that bag or that shoe or that shirt that I want to buy. I think I really need it, but then when I think about the fact that I have $500 saved and I really wanted to have $1,000 saved by the end of the month, and if I buy the shirt, then obviously I'm subtracting away from my saving or my investment, and you make the sacrifice.
Now, savings should not be confused with investments.
Saving is basically taking your money and putting it in a safe investment. So the primary objective there is preservation of your principal or your capital. So your objective is not to lose it, but it's also not to grow it significantly. So you're not taking on a lot of risk. Investing now is when you have a plan and you're trying to reach an objective, and then you're trying to work out what is the rate that I need to earn in order to achieve this objective.
Let's put it another way. For savings, you pretty much get back what you put in. For investment, you get that and more. After building up your savings, then you can invest. When investing, you first need to determine the type of investor you are. You can be conservative, moderate, or aggressive. Then with the help of an investment advisor, you can choose the type of investment you want to go into. Some examples include money market investments, unit trusts, mutual funds, stocks, bonds, or equities.
And that portfolio mix will allow you to achieve your goal with the help of a financial advisor.
Another way to make money is by getting a part-time, one-off, or consultancy job. But we all know that too much work and no play makes Jack a dull boy, so it's quite okay to treat yourself. Then there's the issue of a salary increase. Approach it from a business perspective.
I'm here to discuss the possibility of a salary increase.
Okay, let's discuss it. Say the company were to consider giving you an increase in salary. What added value could you bring to the table?
I would take on additional responsibilities, implement cost-saving measures, and also improve my efficiency.
If the firm is not earning more, whether through cost savings or through additional revenue, it's going to be very difficult for the firm to continue with the same cost base to pay more to employees. That's just a fact of life.
Life is all about making decisions, choosing from a number of options to do a particular thing, which may result in a specific outcome.
It can be difficult, but there are 4 things you can do to help make that decision.
Stop.
Check out what's happening and remind yourself to think before acting.
Think.
Make sure you're aware of the choices, all the advantages and disadvantages. Then think about the consequences.
Act.
Choose the best option and do something about it.
Review.
Finally, review what you have done and determine if it was good or bad. That way, you'll be in a better position to make the next decision, whether big or simple.
Most Jamaicans are not only looking forward to a prosperous new year, but also a peaceful one. There are many programs aimed at creating a crime-free society. The Citizen Security and Justice Program is one of them. Here's how the program has changed the lives of 4 young persons.
Fly like eagles, soar like They don't know.
I am Charmaine Doyle Clark and I am a records clerk.
Daniel Flaneur and I am a training assistant.
Serena Brown and I am a maintenance technician.
I am Pierce Amos and I'm a financial transaction processor.
Men and women who have been changed through the Citizen Security and Justice Program CSJP, which uses a multi-sectoral approach to crime fighting. The program, which began in 2001 under the Ministry of National Security, has made job skills and entrepreneurship training more accessible for at-risk youth through their labor market attachment and employability program.
I remember was the so long ago, we had a one-room shack and the living was low.
Regular corporate Jamaica might not be so willing to embrace our youngsters because of certain negative stigmas that are attached to them. However, what the CSJP does, we take them through a suite of positive engagements, trainings, internships to get them ready for the workforce. Since 2010, over 18,000 youngsters have benefited from this component, whether it be from vocational skills training, employment internships, job placements, even tuition support.
These 4 are among the many who have benefited tremendously from the Employment Internship Program EIP.
A lot of these persons were unemployable.
They didn't have the necessary communication skills. For example, how they answered the telephone was inappropriate. The dressing was also inappropriate. A lot of them were shy and afraid to come out and speak openly. And I realized after the exposure, be it through the workshops or the internship program, they became more confident in going out there and meeting people and doing their job.
Well, I received training in secretarial management, and also this so far it has helped me to become more dependable, more organized, more focused, and it also helped me to, further my education to be a better worker in the Ministry of National Security.
I would like to say to CSJP, thanks a lot for giving me this opportunity of becoming a young man that I never was 2 years ago, and learning how to become a man, learning how to accept society as it is, and helping me to understand what the work world feels like.
Yeah, I'm very, very grateful and thankful for the CSJP program, because if it wasn't for this, if it wasn't for it, I don't think I would be able to be in a setting like this.
Some of the things that he has done, like for example, as a training section, we deal with all training for the staff at Staten, and one part of that is overseas training. And so we have a lot of forms to fill out, but he has also looked at forms that we have had and have come to me with ideas, and he have changed the form and upgraded the form. I did not ask him to do that. We couldn't ask a better worker.
You have the skill, but you don't have any experience. So coming here as an intern, working for about 8 months was great, because I've learned to do every single thing. And I attached myself, I was attached to each tradesman, and that's how I began to learn all the different trade areas here at the British High Commission.
Working with Serene is very interesting, because Serene don't just do electrical here. Serene is on everything. So if painting is going on, Serene is on painting. Carpenter work is going on, is on carpentry. And if I should go back to choosing an institution, I'd probably look for CSJP to put me on that path.
Youths who don't have a job, youths who may have a skill but are unemployed, CSJP is that organization that seek out to reach out to that individual, helping them to know that, hey, I can allow you to get some amount of apprenticeship. I don't think I could have done it without God and CSJP.
We found that youngsters who have benefited from our program have been also appreciative of what the CSJP has done for them. Many of them have said that CSJP has literally saved their lives. So we know that what we have at the CSJP is quite a robust, quite a comprehensive and a transformational program.
For more information on the work of the Citizen Security and Justice Program, call 906-9644, 786-0338-9 or 979-2597. You may also visit their website at csjp.gov.jm or follow them on Facebook and Twitter.
Success is my destination.
The Citizen Security and Justice Program, transforming lives through social intervention.
I stay in it to win it, if I quit it cause I'm focused. Every opportunity I get, I never waste, cause I'm a champion, I'm a fighter,
Today we want to remind our motorists, especially the operators of heavy vehicles, trucks, trailers, buses, about the safety features along the highway. The first thing I want to highlight is the signage along the highway. So whenever you approach a steep downgrade, there is going to be a sign advising you that there are steep slopes ahead. And the number on the sign reflects how steep the slope is. So a 5% slope is obviously less steep than an 8% slope. And the first thing we want to encourage our truckers and the operators of heavy vehicles to do when they see a sign like this is to check their brakes. Along the highway, we actually have special areas where you can stop and check your brakes. The second thing we want you to do is to get in low gear. So the sign will also remind you that you need to be in low gear as you approach these steep slopes.
On our roads, remember, take time, be courteous, drive good, walk good. Part of keeping our roads safe is ensuring the vehicles we drive are mechanically safe, meeting all roadworthy requirements. And besides that, we must be good drivers and avoid risk-taking and sensation-seeking behaviors which are prone to causing road crashes.
We've come to the end of our show. You may watch this and other editions of the magazine on our YouTube channel. You can also download the JIS app at the Google Play Store. We also have one on the iOS Store. Keep up with us on social media, visit our Facebook page, and follow us on Twitter. I'm Theodore Henry. On behalf of the entire production team, take care.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.